Hey, good morning, friends. It's Joe. Welcome to my animal spirituality reflection for Thursday, September the 19th. I hope all is well with you on this Thursday morning. I woke up my usual early time. Lately, I've been drifting right towards my books. I probably have mentioned that I'm an avid reader. I love to read. I'm reading more and more as the years go on, and I'm enjoying it, learning new things, especially about the animals that I love so much, but also about other interactions with religions and animals, and especially my Kung Fu training. But I'd like to just talk a minute before we begin today about youthful reading, which I have read again, Bambi, yes, and Charlotte's Web. And I find it very interesting that in our youth, and I had a youth myself, we have this incredible attachment to animals. And somehow, as we grow older and so called wiser, that attachment kind of drifts a little bit, doesn't it? Because I know most young people are very intrigued by like this Charlotte's Web story and Bambi's story. I think we need to hold on to that or get that back into our life somehow. And these are the things I think about often when I think about ways to help animals in this world. Just a thought, just something to put before you as we begin today. And one of the animals for me when I was younger were donkeys. I love them. I still love them when I go to sanctuaries. I love to interact with them. I love to watch them. I think they're beautiful beings. They're very smart and they're very courageous. They're very affectionate. And today we are going to talk a little bit about the book of Numbers and Balaam's donkey. So I will ask you now to just quiet your minds and hearts briefly as we listen to the book of Numbers, chapter 22, and a little bit about Balaam's donkey. And God came to Balaam at night and said unto him, If the men come to call you, rise up and go with them. But the word which I say to you, that shall you do. And Balaam rose up in the morning and saddled his donkey and went with the princes of Moab. And God's anger was kindled because he went, and the angel of the Lord stood in the way for the adversary against him. Now he was riding upon his donkey, and his two servants were there. And the donkey saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way, and his sword drawn in his hand. And the donkey turned aside out of the way and went into the field. And Balaam went to the donkey to turn her into the way. But the angel of the Lord stood in a path of the vineyard, and a wall being on his side, and a wall on that side. And when the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, he thrust himself unto the wall and crushed Balaam's foot against the wall. And the angel of the Lord went further and stood in the narrow place, and was no way to turn either to the right or to the left. And when the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, she fell down under Balaam, and Balaam's anger was kindled, and he beat the donkey with a staff. And the Lord opened the mouth of the donkey, and she said to Balaam, What have I done unto you, that you have smitten me 3 times? And Balaam said to the donkey, Because you have mocked me, I would there with a sword in my hand, for now I will kill you. And the donkey said to Balaam, Am I not your donkey upon thou hast ridden since I was born? Was I ever disrespectful? And he said, No. Then the Lord opened the eyes of Balaam, and he saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way, and his sword drawn in his hand. And he bowed down his head and fell flat on his face. And the angel of the Lord said to him, Where have you done these things 3 times? I sent you out to withstand these things, but you were perverse before me. And the donkey saw me and turned from me 3 times. Unless she had turned from me, surely now I had not slain her and saved her alive. So, what we have is an interesting story of Balaam and his female donkey, and how cruel he was to this poor being. And cruel because why? Balaam, was drifting away from the Lord and doing what he shouldn't do. And he blamed it on the poor soul, the donkey. Does this happen today? It sure does. When people get frustrated or whatever, they take it out on the most innocent. I see it more and more. and it's unfortunate. And we need to guard against that. But more so than anything today, I want to talk about another aspect of this. Because Balaam was so blinded by his actions, he did not see God before him. But the donkey did. The donkey saw God because she had eyes only for the present moment where God existed. Nothing else was going through this donkey's mind except the pure intentions of seeing God and going through her life. Not anything nefarious, not anything of any way taking her away from this all-important priority. And because of this, God spoke to the donkey, and the donkey listened. And the donkey was then in a position to rehabilitate Balaam. My friends, our animal friends, surely do seek God. And they do it for the same reason this donkey did. They do it because they are focused there and only there, and not on issues that are going to take them away from the peaceful presence of God. And because of this, they are our teachers. They are our motivators. And yes, God does speak through them. And when we take the time to realize how powerful this is in the animals in our midst, we can learn so much about a deeper connection to God and a focus that will bring us a more peaceful and compassionate life. Well, my friends, that's my message for you on this Thursday morning. I'm jumping ahead here. I hope it was helpful for you. I always welcome your comments and your thoughts. And I always appreciate you being here with me. I'm going to wish you all a wonderful Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And I will be back here with you on Sunday for a scripture reflection. Have a wonderful and peaceful day, all.